Beloved tribe, hello everyone. My name is Emily Potter. I am the director of the Million Kisses Foundation and also the director of this tribe, the Lightworker Musicians Tribe. This week it was rampant. I had this come up several times with discussions in the group that you are either a part-time musician or a full-time musician and you are not getting as many gigs as you want. So this one's for you. Now, before I even start with this one, I want you to know that I'm going to be giving you a tool, and yet by the end of this video, you might already feel unsatisfied, because what I get to tell you is that this is one of the main topics, the main work that I do with my individual clients. So you might want to just skip the whole video and just do my invitation where I invite you to private message me. I'm going to be giving you a tool, but if you feel unsatisfied by doing the tool itself and you're ready to take decisive action and you're sick and tired of feeling stuck and that you want to live the life where you actually have enough gigs, then already I'm letting you know that this is the time to contact me privately and I'll get you results. Now, the reason why I say that is because usually I start my videos saying something like how I can understand and relate. And this is one where I have not had this issue for years. It's been at least, I'd say 7, 8 years, that this is not one that I have happen. Now, I did before that, but it's really important for you to know who you're listening to, because I am a big advocate that you are very careful in who you listen to. So I'm going to let you know that for the last almost decade that I've been a musician, I have not had this as one of my issues because of the model that I'm using. I'm letting you know right now, beautiful tribe, that it's not because you're not enough. It's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's not because you don't have the talent. None of that is the true story. That's all things that we are trying to just figure out with our linear cerebral brain. Because what I know about you is that you have the talent and the skills and everything. And the reason why I know that is because your foundation is that you are of service as a light worker, anchoring light to the planet to assist humanity's collective consciousness to rise. That's who you are, and everything that you choose to do is within that alignment. And so with that as our foundation, you have all the tools and resources. And so what I do when I work with people is I specifically work with this one to eliminate the things that get stuck, because I'll tell you right now that it starts with energetic. It's energetic more than it's anything else. And so the tool I'm going to give you right now is going to alleviate some of that frustration that you feel, especially if you are a part-time musician or a full-time musician and you just aren't getting the gigs. And what happens with that is that you start to panic because you are trying to full-time financially support yourself. And so it gets frustrated, and then you start to feel resentment that where is it? This is my calling. This is my calling. This is my soul's purpose. I've given everything up for this. So why aren't the people coming? Why isn't it happening that the gigs are coming my way? I have medicine to give to people. I have dedicated, I've shown the universe that I want this and that I've committed and made the decisions to do so. So why isn't it coming? So if you can relate to that, that is definitely a real place. And I have compassion for that for sure. So we're going to start with energetic. So if this is where you're at right now, I want to just take a breath with you. We're going to get right back to that alignment, brothers and sisters, tribe. Oh, this is my passion, because I do believe in your medicine. I know it's important for you to be out there and give your medicine to these people. You are doing something so important. So we're going to start with that breath, and we're going to just take a moment to just recalibrate together. So I'm going to give you this tool, and I'm going to let you know again that this is only one tiny little tool. And there's much more that we can do together if you choose to have that our path. But if not, then this is where we're going to begin. If you decide to get pen and paper right now, go ahead, because I'm going to ask you 4 questions, and then you can take this. And then the most important part of using this tool, like, I really want you to hear this. This is one little video today, but the only way that this one tool works is consistency on a daily habit. Asking yourself these questions. So the consistency of using this tool, tribe, this is one way to spiral up instead of spiral down. Here we go. I call it the best case scenario meditation. The first thing we're going to do is have you go for ideal. Go for ideal. So here's ideal. Imagine this being an infinite space going that way and that way, but we're going to do it this way because this is how big my screen is. This is your ideal. This is how big you can think, okay? This is as big as you can dream. And you're right in the middle, right here. And what we have to do is first expand so that the only reality that you're thinking about is as big as you can think. And then at that point, we're going to go bigger, but let's at least start here. So consistently stretching yourself into that ideal. And I'm going to have 4 questions for you so that you can start to believe and to identify what your ideal is and getting so clear, because the universe loves specificity. Loves you getting specific. When you are clear, you have a direction and you say no to everything else. It pops up, you're like, nope, I know where I'm going. So that's what we're doing, is expanding ourselves into that ideal and having that be our only reality. And wherever you feel stuck in that expansion, that's the thing to look at. That's where your inner work comes in. As light workers, you know how to transmute those suckers, and you will. And then it gets clear and blocked, go away, and you're shaking it out. And you can breathe. And some of that frustration just falls off, and then you're more of that recipient. Okay, so first of all, just think of the ideal. And here are some 4 questions for you to connect you to that ideal to get you start to move. How many performances do you want per week and per month? Now, what we know so far is that you are at a place where you say, what I have is not enough. Okay, so we're starting there, but then what is ideal? Is it ideal for you? If you go for ideal, do you want to be performing every night? Because for me, that's not my ideal. I do not want to be out there every night. I love my downtime and I love my travel days. And I like the day after to be a travel rest day. So I don't want to perform every night. Do you want to perform every night? Do you want to perform once a week? Do you want to perform twice a week? Get specific in what you want. And then another one with this, I put in per month, because do you want to be performing all year round, or do you want to have a 3-month tour and then come back for that hibernation writing, songwriting time? And then in the spring, are you going to be recording and then you go back on tour? Do you want to have seasons for yourself, or do you want to just be a traveling musician for years? I did that. I performed for 3.5 years solid, just on the road, 3.5 years. And then I just had a season that I did my album. So, and then I had a season of actually writing new songs. So I like doing seasons, but what is it you want? What's your ideal? You're going for that expansion into your ideal. The second question, if you're having pen and paper, go ahead. Who do you want in your audience? Who is your tribe? Who is it that you want to reach? Now, this question also has everything to do with how many people you want. Do you like those huge arenas? Is that what your ideal is? Or do you want that intimate connection that you can talk with people afterwards? You get to get clear on that. Now, I want to put a little emphasis on this one, because I believe as musicians, we want to say we want to connect to everyone and we want those big arenas, and nothing's wrong with that. Everything's great about that, and I wish that upon all of you. At the same time, I want you to know that before you get to that arena, if you ever, this is personal experience, if you ever forget the power of one in your audience, then you have lost your foundation. Because then it can very easily get swiped into ego. And now look at how many people want to come hear your music. It's so easy to get swiped into ego. So whatever your ideal is, I would put into your ideal that you want to connect. Whatever connection looks like for you. For me, it means the power of one, and I might get emotional. This is one that I've gotten very connected to. Because even when you have 300,000, 500,000 people in your audience, which I totally believe in you, that you'll get, it will always be about one person going home from your concert and having something change in their life. It's always about one. So put that into that second question. Who do you want in your audience? You want people that you can connect with, and look at what that is. You're getting specific. The third one is, what energy exchanges do you want to receive? Now, it's easy to say, I want money. Money, money, money. And nothing is wrong with that. I'm an advocate for you receiving millions, okay? One of the things that gets really sticky there is that the universe has many ways it wants to bless you energetically. All sorts of exchanges. So let's not miss it. Let's not say that at the end of a concert, if you only get $3 in your tip bowl, which you should not be calling it a tip bowl, by the way, or tip jar, you should call it a donation vessel. The word tip is a whole other thing. We could talk about that later. But you want donations, you want gifts to come in. Oh, people liked that one. Let's not miss the other amounts of abundance. Just because you don't have money in your, did you connect? Did you hug? Did you get people outside in your email list? Did you get a referral? Did you get someone liking you on your professional page? Do not miss the abundance. So get clear about that. What energy exchanges do you want to receive? On my list, I have I think I have 9 things. I got very specific. I want this, 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 and money is one of them, but it's not the only kind. So the reason why I say this is because some of you as part-time and full-time musicians might be really disgruntled when you don't get paid, or la 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 la, or you don't get paid enough. Like, that's the energy you're putting out there, is I'm not getting enough, and the universe is like, I gave you like 15 different things this evening. Let's not miss that. Get clear on what that looks like in your ideal. The last question, how do you feel after the gig? How do you feel? Are you the kind that goes home and says, wow, I got to connect and it felt so good and I'm living my soul's purpose? Or are you someone who, I've done to myself too, self-criticizes, and you watch the video that somebody took of you and you're picking at the things you did wrong, and oh my gosh, I was so off and I got all the wrong chords on that song. Okay, if you're that person, maybe a little bit more balance. I don't know. What is it you want in your ideal? Do you want to go home and say, I feel so good. I'm going to celebrate that I'm living my soul's purpose. I'm going to take a bath and just relax and enjoy and get excited about the next gig. I'm not going to tell you your answers for you, obviously, but just some things to consider if this is something that you feel stuck on. Now, those are the 4 questions. If you missed some of them, go ahead and go back. And I ask you again to know that this is one tool, that one video is not going to get you unstuck. You know that too. So if you choose to make decisive action happen, and you're ready to have this not be your story anymore, that you actually don't ever have yourself ever say it ever again, I can't get the gigs I want, I'm not getting as many gigs as I want, I have tools for you. And I'm inviting you to reach out and message me, because I'm ready to give those tools to you. I am very selective in who I work with. That's something for you to know. And the main thing is because I want people who are decisive and who take action and who are ready to be resourceful and creative and be in this energy. But if that's not your path and you want to just use this tool that I've given you, then one of the things I'm going to reiterate is that you use it consistently. So this tool, going for ideal, consistently, because then you are creating this as your only reality. So that's my tool that I want to give to you today. Every tool I give to you is something that I've used personally. Otherwise, I do not advocate for it. So just know that I'm excited to be able to share that with you, and you can let us know how it's going. So please be in touch with me if that feels right to you. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Lots of love to you.